Good evening. This evening, we are looking at 4 critical areas why marriage fails. This, I believe, is topical, contemporary, much needed. Deceptions, distortions, and deviations. Marriage is what holds society together. Marriage is the first university. Marriage is the first HR practice where future citizens are trained in how to get on with each other. So the first group of errors arise from wrong concept of marriage. Firstly, you might try to fit the spouse to the image of my need. Secondly, fit the spouse for the ambition of my heart. So it's all about my project, my contract that I am trying to execute through marriage, through someone else's life. Thirdly, suspicion and becoming over-possessive, that your partner's everything belongs to you. He has no freedom. She has no freedom. Fourthly, make him or her in my wanted image, the visibility I want to have it through him or her. Fifthly, when husband does not lead or wife is dominating, marriage runs into problems. So the first area why marriage fails is a wrong concept of marriage to begin with. And it's the fact that in the first 2 years of marriage, the oxytocin, the expectation, anticipation, excitement carries you through. So it's the best time to adjust to each other when your oxytocin is high, GABA empathy is high, so that you relate to each other better. So it's the first 2 years that you need to get off the rough corners out and the valleys filled up, mountains brought down, things that oppose each other, and rough places smoothened up and crooked places straightened up. It's good to try this in the first 2 years of marriage, because as we go on with issues, we become inflexible. Second area of marriage is mismanagement of personality and situations. Firstly, unforgiveness and bitterness. They keep accumulating. So let not the sun go down on your wrath is good advice. Because what you harbor, nurture, grieve on, amygdala takes over and you move from top-down executive empathic decision making to bottom-up reaction and fret. And the last hour's fret propels you into the next hour, so there'll be more fret, and you sleep on it, you wake up with fret multiplied. Then hurts, injuries, insults, innumerable corrections, criticisms can sour your partner. Course correction is needed. You need to have a time of managing each other's errors privately in your own company and get help early. Neglect and no time for each other while you are very busy with all the projects you want to do by your mutual strength, corporate strength, but you don't give time to each other and neglect each other's company. Fourthly, contrary attitudes and preferences that keep coming up and without giving in. I normally do this, the 5 fingers, so in small things give way and agree easily. And in fidelity, loyalty, that's the ring finger, never give up, never have any doubt in that area. Then the long-term projects as middle finger, agree on it, plan together, and keep your goals in consensus. Then this is the areas that you want to get it right, put right, that's the forefinger. So don't point it at each other, or point it at yourself and agree together where you need to change. And this thumb, I consider it the fear of God, reverence of God, because God designed marriage, and when He is in the marriage as the undersigning authority, He will pull you through. Third area of marriage problems, one more thing in the second group is that Honor the weakness and cover the wound. Honor the weakness and cover the wound, always. When you find a partner's weakness, cover it with your strength. Don't expose it. The third area of marriage trouble is the physical layer and the temptations. Some people have sexual physical aversion to consummating marriage, so they have fear because of past abuse or a bad experience in the father's house. They have vaginismus, pain on coitus, and they refuse to consummate marriage. Attend on it early. Second, in this group of trouble, you may be attracted by someone else's riches, charms, and think of having escapades and cheating. It never pays, and you keep thinking it's a small thing, everybody flirts, but those are lies you are saying to yourself. It's not a small thing, it's a big thing. Too much physical enhancement and beauty temptations, neglecting the heart relationship. Then some may have same-sex leanings even after marriage. Then pornography, premarital sex, the sixth in this group is premarital sex, has a bad result on your marital life. So before you come together, it's good to come clean, and each knows the others where things have gone wrong, so that you bring it to the light and no shadows of the past come into your present. Finally, abortion has a deleterious effect on your life. Never think that a child is unnecessary, out of season. If you do conceive, carry it to full time. And abortion before marriage, abortion during marriage, all this can affect you badly. Now we know marriage was designed for life. It's the only human relationship that lasts through life. Finally, the fourth group of marital difficulties come from family lines of iniquity and the baggage you bring from your parental house. History of divorce and remarriage has a tendency to repeat itself. Not released from the father's house and comparisons all the time. Acting like the father's house in your new house without giving new opportunity for growth. Interference by in-laws and son paying homage to the mother, and the wife feels she has no place in this. Then curse words, liens from generations past. Then conflict in work fields and family businesses. Abuse of servants and who work for you. All these add to the misery of a household that comes as liens, a shortfall on the marriage. Finally, in this fourth group, curses, sorcery, witchcraft, different evil influences. Some of you may not believe that there are things like that, but in my practice I have seen issues like that. So this is a very short talk on why marriage fails, the distortions, deviations, and deceptions. I am Dr. Lalith Mendis. If you want a longer clip on this subject, please send me a WhatsApp to 074 211 5011. If you are abroad, send me a WhatsApp to +94 74 211 5011. You also can have download my app, which is called Golden Nuggets, Dr. Lalith Mendis, from App Store or Google, which has many clips on science and reason. You can have them all free because the download is free. Thank you for listening.